Good morning, Gail.
Soupy pucks.
Yeah, so one of the calls that we get often is in regard to Soupy pucks, troubleshooting if there's something wrong with the machine.
Would that be like a soup made out of pucks?
Yes.
What would that taste like?
Coffee soup. And so we kind of wanted to define, I guess, first, like, what
Why?
Soupy pucks are, why
Yeah.
you might see them, which machines you're going to see on them more than less.
A soupy puck is when you get done brewing your coffee inside the portafilter, the coffee that's left in there, it can be really mushy and soupy rather than being a cake that falls out in one piece.
Okay.
So-
And so some machines, you're always going to get that.
Yes, absolutely. People are like, oh, my machine, I'm getting a soupy puck. What's wrong? What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. A machine like any machine that does not have the three-way solenoid valve.
Okay.
And what that three-way solenoid valve does, and this is the one on the rocket, happens to be exposed where you can see it. After your brew is done and you shut it off, this valve opens up, relieves any pressure that's left on the portafilter,
Okay.
and at the same time takes moisture that's within the puck to within a certain reason,
Yeah.
and then dispenses it down into your drip tray.
So it sucks a little water off the top.
Yeah, a little bit of
basically.
water off the top.
Okay.
If you don't have the three-way solenoid valve, you are going to have a soupy puck.
All the time.
Yes, that's the way it is.
I mean, I guess unless you like let the portafilter sit in there for a while and dry out.
Yeah, if you leave it there for half an hour, you will find that it dries itself out. But it's still going to be a little bit harder to knock out into a knockbox than a machine with a three-way solenoid valve. Whack, one hit, it's going to fall right out.
Now, some of these, even like with the rocket, sometimes you might see, it's not necessarily soupy puck, but you see a little moisture on top. Why does that happen?
You're going to get a little bit of moisture on the top. The three-way solenoid valve does not take 100% off of it.
Okay, so it's not going to really dry it out.
No, and the other thing that will cause that to happen too is if you haven't been back flushing enough and your three-way solenoid valve is clogged up,
Okay.
ain't going to do its job.
Okay.
So, you know, if you can't do its job, it's going to be soupy, a little bit moister.
Would my grind or my tamp affect it too?
A coarser grind makes it a little bit soupier, and then
Okay.
also oily beans make your puck a little bit soupier too.
Okay.
And I haven't figured out exactly why that is, other than maybe it keeps more of the water there because it's too oily. I don't know. First, we're going to show a really soupy puck.
Okay.
Of a machine with no three-way solenoid valve.
Okay.
Okay?
Also, we're using the pressurized portafilter on this guy, so
Yep.
that's going to keep a little bit more moisture back anyway.
Yep. And the shots on a pressurized system always come out faster, regardless of what you do, unless you absolutely choke the whole machine. Oh, nice tremor. Okay, there it is.
Yeah. Soupiness.
Now watch. Let me put these back where they were. I noticed they got off there. Boop. Hold on. It's only coming out in,
Yeah.
it's not going to come out as a whole. Okay.
So you either have to hit it real hard or you could scoop it out, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But they're never like a really well-formed puck
No,
in that story.
Very rare. So let's go. If you left it there a while, it would get a little bit better, but then it'd be hard to get out.
Okay, so and then we're going to do on an E61.
Yep.
Okay, so pulling a shot on the
And
rocket.
watch when I disengage it, you'll see the three-way solenoid valve do its thing.
Okay. Okay, so it sucks a little water and pressure up.
Yep.
Okay.
Pushes it on down. And there's your soupy. Whoop. It diminishes really fast when
Yeah.
you take it out, but there it is right there. So
Cool. All right. So if you are having issues with your solenoid, that kind of stuff, then
won't take it off.
Then you would see a little bit of a puddle on top.
Yep.
Oilier beans, like a moister bean, you might see it with
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So I would say if it's a brand new machine and you're seeing that right out of the gate.
Yeah, something's not right. I just knocked that out and it broke into
In a bunch of
I didn't
pieces.
show it.
Oh.
It wasn't a thing. It was like whack. It only came out in one whack.
Yeah, it is kind of broken up here.
It did. It broke up when it hit the bar.
But if it's a brand new machine, then and you're getting some more soupiness than you thought you would. It could be your coffee.
Yep.
If you've had it for a while and you haven't been back flushing.
Yeah, do the back flushing on your machine. Now make sure, folks, that you check to make sure your machine has the three-way solenoid valve, because if it doesn't, do not back flush
You will
You'll
break it.
blow up.
Yeah.
It's not meant for that. So
No.
make sure that your machine is capable of the back flush.
So soupiness really is not that,
It's just an inconvenience getting the puck out.
Yeah.
Really.
And so you're always going to kind of have it with pressurized a coffee. You're always going to have it if it doesn't have a solenoid. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. There's a few things that can cause it.
Okay. What about just the weather? Humidity, high humidity, Gail?
No, I don't think so, because let's face it, there's water that's pretty high humidity up in there.
In the brew head.
Yeah, all of a sudden it doesn't get much higher than that, like 110%.
Cool. All right. Okay. That's, I guess, all there is to know about Soupy Pucks. Thanks, Gail.
At least today.
Yeah.
Until somebody else comes up with some other new
And says,
theory.
no, here's the reason why.
Yeah, right. Okay. See ya.
Thanks.